experienced talent, fresh talent. Just, it's lovely to have everyone come down and share. So we're going to crack on. I'm going to start, get the ball rolling. This piece is called My Confession. Let me tell you a story. I'm sitting in this frozen yogurt place this New Year's Eve. I'm sitting with my girlfriend, a couple members of her family. Suddenly her mum puts down her spoon, she turns her head and looks at me and I'm thinking, shit. And she asks, buddy, what are you going to be? Now as soon as she started to turn, I knew what was coming next. And I understand that all potential suitors she has to vet. She has to make sure that I'm good enough for her daughter and that I'm not going to let her down. Problem is my palms are starting to sweat right now. All logical answers in my head have fled somehow. So I take a deep breath, I stay sat down, but I'm thinking, before I start to preach to this procession, I have a confession. I do not have a 5-year plan. I could stand here and be the bigger man, I could look her in the eye and hold up my hands and say, unfortunately, I don't have a recipe for success or personal wealth, though I do think those things should be measured by your wife, your kids, your home and your health. And when I say home, I don't mean lavish mansions or swimming pools, no, I mean give me a house to call my own and the family and friends that make it home. And it's a little bit easier to be a success when your family put a support structure around you, and they remind you when you fall off you have to work hard like you're supposed to. And they're on your back when you're slack. Look, I'm not making excuses, this is just what the truth is, because as a matter of fact, I never had that. And that doesn't mean that I'm not ambitious or that I don't want to make a go of my life, it just means the road I walk's a little bit longer and I sleep a little less at night. But for the first time in my life, it feels like there's someone in my corner when I fight, making me think like Kanye. You know the one, ooh la la la, wait till I get my money right. Because every moral in my life I've earned, and every lesson is built from my own mistakes that I've learned. To this very day, from the year of my birth, I can look in the mirror and be proud of every single second that I have spent on this earth. And now I've met this girl, she fills me with inspiration. She's got my brain dreaming of these Elysian destinations. She gives me back the confidence I used to have in abundance before I realised the potential could ever become redundant. So this girl I plan to keep without ever letting her down. I plan to keep her sweet with smiles and never frowns. Cause when it comes to being true, it is true to me. One thing I found, oh, she's never let me down. Now I still believe I have it in me to be the best. And I know that God has grander schemes, higher mountains and bigger tests. But one day in little banknotes with the Queen's head on my dreams will manifest, and I can look each and every person on this planet in the eye and ask, what made your plan better than the rest? But I don't think my mum's going to buy this justification for my lack of progression. And now my audience's ears are perked up and the class is in session. I'm way too embarrassed to admit I've made no notes for this lesson. So this one remains my silent confession. Thank you.